What's going on, everyone? I am the OPJellicent, and I have week number 1 of the Ultimate Pokemon Conference playoffs. This week we did end up going against the Token Minority's Burb. We did face the coach of the Sydney Shiftries in week 5, and we did come out with a win on the back of our dual Scarf Dragons. And since he did not make any trades or transactions since then, his roster is still really weak to Dragons. He actually does not have a single resist on it. So the idea that when I built this team was I'm just going to bring 2 dual Scarfers, and then I can bring Assault Vest Raikou to deal with the T-Waves from the Thundurus. It can take T-Bolts even at +2 if I need to deal with that. And then we pretty much have switch into everything else, unless this is Psyshock Alakazam, because that can be a huge problem. So I need to weaken that as soon as I can, because that's really the biggest threat to my team. This is actually Psyshock Victini, so you will find out later that Arcanine actually did 1v1 it, as we are defensive. I'm not sure why he didn't bring Psychic, but I didn't really ask. We do have, I believe, this was Life Orb Greninja against, it pretty much destroys everything on my team, especially when Assault Vest Raikou is weakened, because he will be able to, and Kyurem is weakened, because he can Ice Beam this, Hydro Pump this, and then these two just pretty much get destroyed. Braviary is not bulky, but we are actually bringing 3 Scarfers. I believe I've done this twice before this season, with Braviary, Flagon, and Kyurem. So before we get into the match, I just wanted to quickly address, I know I've been gone for a while, but we will have those old WPL matches go up tomorrow, I believe my week 2 and week 3, and then Sunday we will go up on Sunday we will upload our week 4, and the following week, if we do end up winning this match, we will upload our conference final against Tyler Phantom Base, which is funny because if we do win this, we actually face our divisional opponent second, which is kind of interesting. But let's get right into this matchup. The matchup was definitely in our favor with dual Scarfers, but he can definitely come back from this. Last time we won in a narrow 1-0 victory, so definitely a scary team. He ends up missing the T-Wave right away, and as I said, we did weaken the biggest threat to our team right away. If this was like Specs Alakazam, after a few Psychic switch-ins with Aggron, we could not take it, because we are 172 defense and only 84 special defense, so that could have been a really big problem. But here I can go out into my Raikou. I don't want anything getting T-Waved, because I did lose to Kyle by getting T-Waved in week 8. We go for the Tech Extreme Speed right there, which is kind of cool, because we don't have to take the chip damage, because Raikou is our main response to the Thundurus and the Greninja. He makes a very nice play right here and goes right for the Rock Blast onto my defensive Arcanine, which is a big problem, but I do have Morning Sun. I'm assuming he switched there because he feared me being like an offensive. I would outspeed and I would probably OHKO with Flare Blitz or like Flamethrower. But so he's going to go out into the Victini thinking he can 1v1 me, but he's going to find out I'm defensive. First he makes a prediction by clicking Glaciate. I'm not over-predicting. Flagon is one of the biggest threats to his team, so I'm not switching that in. Blue Flare is going to come out, get a crit unfortunately, but we do bring in Gypsy King, the Weavile. He's a very good battler, but we go for Morning Sun right here. There you go, Psyshock is only doing like 21%, which is really cool, and despite us doing pretty much nothing with Flamethrower, we will eventually weaken him to the point of our Shadow Ball on Raikou or Brave Bird with Braviary if we continuously do that. He's going to go out to the Thundurus here. I do have my response in Raikou with this, which I will switch in every time. I don't want anything getting T-Waved. I'm not risking Flygon if he randomly clicks HP Ice. Here he goes back into the Victini, and judging from that damage, I did find out he's either max HP or he's some variant of a special. He has some special defense. He could be like 172 HP and then like 84 special defense, something like that. Either of those spreads would work against my Raikou, so I do have to weaken him below 30% in order for Shadow Ball to kill. But he's just leaving this Victini in against my Arcanine, which is a really interesting option because he should know I 1v1 it at this point. Despite me only having 8 Morning Suns, I will be able to use those. Here he goes right out into Burb, and I figured, just in case he clicks Dark Pulse right here, I do have enough special defense in my Aggron to not get too KO'd by that. But if he clicks Hydro Pump, it's alright. Aggron does not do the most work in the world. If it is SD Weavile, he will just kill me with Low Kick. Thundurus will do like at least 70 to 80% with Thunderbolt, and then obviously these two will just kill me with their Fire and Fighting Stabs respectively. So there's really no point in keeping Aggron around, despite the fact that I could get Rocks up and weaken everything else, but I go right into my Raikou here. It is Assault Vest, so I will be able to take anything. I probably could have clicked Shadow Ball there in hindsight, because it would have put Victini into range of the second Shadow Ball, but I didn't. I just made the safe play. and it actually ends up working out because he brings out the Greninja right here. And here I figured, like, despite Arcanine being my only response to the Victini, I do put so much pressure on with my dual Scarfers right now, so that if I can get a free switch into anything, I pretty much get a kill as well. So I sack off my Arcanine right here to the Hydro Pump, plus if he missed that I would be in an even a better spot. Here I can go Braviary and pretty much get a kill. Thundurus does not want to switch into that. Here he goes out into the Victini. And I figure right here, I do have to weaken this Thundurus eventually. So he actually ends up going for a Nasty Plot, which is pretty cool. I go right here for Brave Bird. He has Prankster, so his Nasty Plot does go first, despite me being Scarf. He got confused in the chat, so I just clarified that. I got right out into my Raikou here, which since we're Assault Vest, we actually you do not get 2-hit KO'd by that, even at +2, which is really cool to think about. We did speed creep this, so we did manage to put, I think, 12 special defense investment into my Raikou. And we actually have a chance to knock him out right here, but he also has a chance to knock us out if we don't knock him out. We don't get the roll, but as you guys are going to see, he also does not get the roll. So we walk out of this ahead. I could have clicked E-Speed there, but I didn't want to risk him switching. Here I can just get off some chips damage onto the Greninja with my own extreme speed, which is coming to be pretty handy because it made it so that we didn't have to take the damage from the Alakazam, and now it's also weakening the Greninja for us. Here I go right for return, since if he goes out into the Heracross, that would have put it into range of either of our Outrages from our dual Scarfers. And right now those are looking really threatening. I go right for return right here as he misses the Rock Blast, unfortunately for him, but he was already into range of the way that this thing is going to faint, as you guys are going to see. He connects the second one, and due to Skill Link, he is obviously going to hit up to 5 times. And now Flygon is going to come out, and that Outrage would have knocked him out even without that Rock Blast missed, so that is completely fine. Here we go for the Outrage, which surprisingly does not kill Weavile. Weavile is like a paper bag, so that's kind of funny. He goes for Swords Dance, and then he will be able to Ice Shard knock us out. And at this point he was just hoping that I wasn't Scarf Kyurem, because I'm assuming he was like SD, Low Kick, Icicle Crash knockoff, that covers mostly everything. Obviously it can't touch Arcanine, but no rare variant of Weavile can really touch Arcanine. But I am Scarf Kyurem, so I will be able to go right for Outrage and knock out this Weavile. So once again, a really narrow 1-0 victory in our favor, just like Week 5 on the back of dual Scarf Dragons. So that means we will be moving on to the conference finals to face Phantom Ace. We will have a really uphill match there because Mega Scizor and Tapu Lele really mess with our team, much like the dual Scarfers here messed with his. But either way, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you did, and hit the like button. We will have our WPL matches that we missed going up tomorrow, and I hope you guys are excited for the conference finals. I will see you then. Bye.